Hey, bear. Alright, well, I'm in Wyoming now. I'm heading towards Grand Teton National Park and then Yellowstone. There's nothing around for miles and miles. Once I get out on the western end of the state, I will be in grizzly bear territory, which is something that is completely new to me. That's a little scary to think about. Attacks from grizzly bears are incredibly rare, but they do happen. There are actually a couple fatalities just this year. I believe one in Yellowstone, 2 in Glacier National Park. I do have bear spray. I've never had to use it before, but it does make me feel a little safer to have it on hand. It might be kind of cool to see a grizzly bear from a very healthy distance. You know, but that being said, if I don't see any, I'll be happy with that too. As I journeyed into western Wyoming, I started seeing some huge snow-covered mountains, the kind that I hadn't seen yet on this trip. Once you get into some of these mountain towns up here, it starts listing the elevation along with the population. Right now I'm driving at about 5,400 feet of elevation above sea level. That's almost exactly the elevation of Mount Marcy back in the Adirondacks in New York. The summit of the highest mountain in New York, basically, is the elevation level that I'm driving at right now, just like in this valley. I continued to climb in elevation and I was entering into a snow-covered zone and grizzly bear country. I just passed the Continental Divide, which means that any rainwater flowing on the ground at this point from here on forward will drain out to the Pacific Ocean instead of the Atlantic. I started getting my first views of the Tetons in the distance. I've seen pictures of them, but seeing them for the first time in real life was incredible. Yeah, I think those are by far the most dramatic looking mountains I've seen in my life. Wow, that's so cool. Well, I'm stopping at my first overlook of the park. This is incredible. This is the Snake River overlook. So far, I'm basically just doing the national park thing. I'm pulling off at a bunch of turnouts, getting a bunch of pictures. This one is Glacier View turnout. Well, I think I'm pretty much just going for a scenic drive around the park today. It was already noon by the time I got to the park. I already spent some of the day just driving to get here. So, kind of just taking in the sights for now. I'm approaching that really famous barn that you always see in all those pictures. So I gotta go check that out, obviously. My plan is to stay at a dispersed camping site in the National Forest. I think I'm gonna go to this barn, then to the visitor center, and back to the dispersed camping site. And that'll pretty much be for today, and then hopefully I'll go for a hike tomorrow. What amazing scenery though. This is incredible. Like, I've seen pictures of it before, but they're just so huge and so stark. I think I might see that barn. Actually, I see a couple barns. That might be the one though. The T.A. Moulton Barn was built by Thomas Alma Moulton and his sons in 1913 while they were homesteading the land. It is now owned by the National Park Service and is one of the most photographed barns in the United States. All right, well, that is the barn. Well, I didn't know this, but it turns out there's actually two of them. I guess they're like twins. So I saw the first one already. I'm gonna go check out the second one now. It's a barn. It's definitely a barn. There's a lot of people taking their pictures with the barn, so it's a little difficult to get a clean shot of it. It's cool though, I've seen a lot of pictures of it before. I mean, the reason why it looks so impressive is because of the mountains behind it, not because of the barn itself necessarily. It's a very old barn from my understanding. I'll have to look up some more information on it, but it's just iconic to the Grand Tetons. Well, I decided to go for just a quick little hike today. There's this trail that I found that leads down to kind of like a marshland and then down to, I believe, the river. I found it at an overlook and I overheard somebody saying it was really pretty down there, so I decided to go check it out.
While grizzly bear attacks are rare, one of the most common reasons for an attack is when a bear becomes startled. Because of this, it's good to make a lot of noise and call out to any potential bears in the area.
Hey, bear. Hey, bear. I doubt there are going to be any bears down here. This is a pretty heavily trafficked trail. I hear little kids off in the distance, but I've seen signs that say bears thrive at all points in the park, so this is a point of all of them, so be careful. Well, I think this is the end of the trail right here. This is nice. It's really all about those mountains wherever you are in this park. Well, I ended up heading into the town of Jackson, Wyoming to stop and get gas. So I think I'm going to end up skipping the visitor center today. I'm heading right now to try to find a dispersed camping site, and I'll plan on trying to get to the visitor center along with doing a little bit of a hike tomorrow. And after that, I'll be heading over to Yellowstone, so that'll be really cool too. What a spectacular part of the country this is. All right, guys, well, I've made it out to my dispersed campsite. Check out that scenery behind me. It's amazing. Obviously, I do have my bear spray on me. I am right in grizzly bear country, and they can be anywhere in this park. Got to keep that in mind. I may never even see one while I'm here, but I do like to be safe, so I'm going to have this on me the whole time I'm here. I'm out on this forest road right now. There are other campers around me. I've got a camper over here. There's another one over here. I did see some people doing some tent camping, which to me feels a little more exposed even than what I'm doing in my car. Weather's gorgeous. I've got some shorts on. I'm gonna just hang out here for the night, relax to this amazing scenery, and maybe do some photography when it's sunset. Gonna have a good night tonight and then some hiking tomorrow. Well, good morning. I slept okay last night. It took me a while to fall asleep, but once I got to sleep, I slept pretty soundly. I'm still a little tired right now. I basically just got up and hit the road. I haven't had any coffee or breakfast yet or anything like that. I figure I might just cook up a mountain house when I get to the visitor center. Hopefully they'll have some picnic tables and kind of plan out my day from there. All right, well, I haven't seen any picnic tables here, and the visitor center isn't actually open until 9 o'clock, so I am heading back out on the road. There's another visitor center about 8 miles down the road. I don't know if that one will have picnic tables, but at least kill some time while I'm waiting. This is just a little picnic area that I found before I got to the visitor center, so it does the trick. Hopefully by the time I'm done with breakfast, the visitor center should be open too. How's it going? It's a big ass. I thought it was a big ass. Hi. All right, so right now I'm out at the Jenny Lake Trail in Grand Teton National Park. This is going to take me up to Hidden Falls and up towards a place called Inspiration Point. If I go the whole length of that, it'll be about 5.7 up and back loop. It was real crazy out back by the visitor center. There's a ferry that can take you across the lake. What I'm doing right now is basically traversing alongside the lake. And once I get to the other side of it, then I'm going to go up a series of switchbacks up to Hidden Falls and Inspiration Point. I do have a couple other hikers up ahead of me. It's not quite as busy as it was back by the visitor center, but I'm actually glad to have a few people kind of in near vicinity of me. They say the best way to avoid a bear attack is to hike in groups. I'm not in groups, I'm by myself, but I am near other people, so that's good at least. And I have my bear spray on me, as well as my telephoto lens. This is gorgeous so far. Before I was viewing these mountains from a distance, they seemed big then, but the closer you get to them, the more they just seem to tower above you. It's incredible. Hey, look, stairs. Way up there, I believe, is Inspiration Point. That's where I'm going.
I was beginning to approach the hidden waterfalls. It was busy around there, but the scenery was incredible.
Hidden Falls was amazing. What an absolutely raging mountain waterfall. I'm sure just the sheer volume of water that goes through there, like even in a minute, is astounding. Oh, cool. Well, now I'm on my way up to Inspiration Point. You can see these are the switchbacks up here that lead to Inspiration Point. What incredible scenery. I still have the whole return trip, but I can't wait for this view. Not that there have been any bad views this whole time.
There was just one slightly sketchy part of this hike as you approach Inspiration Point. It wasn't anything too bad, but it was crowded and it created a bit of a bottleneck effect.
Alright guys, well I think that's going to do it for this one. Wow, what an amazing hike. Next up is going to be Yellowstone, and then I'm going to be continuing west. But thanks for coming along like always. Hope you guys had fun. I know I did. Until next time, catch you later. Peace.